This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to what is going to be yet another video highlighting a horse in the National Hunt Sphere over the next few years. Before we get cracking on the horse, I just wanted to say thank you very much for supporting the videos and the channels in your own unique way. It is very much appreciated. You've all joined just at the right time as the channel is beginning to be used a hell of a lot more, and who knows really what is in the future. Thank you very much. Right, before we start looking at the horses, it'd be rude of me not to direct everybody who's looking for more National Hunt horses to the Reprieve Media CIC Racing 2020 website, which can be found at repciracing2020.ml. All people need to do is click the horses in focus section and then head and read the articles along the bottom. I mean, those Reprieve Media CIC Racing 2020 fans today will have had a lovely day at Maidan, with two horses on the site, Lazuli winning the last and Mubaka finishing second in the Group 3 Dubai Stakes. Just an example there of what sort of horses people can find on here. Horses identified 3 years ago, still running in pattern races in Maidan. Right, boys and girls, it's time to crack on now with a horse that I think could be destined for the very top of National Hunt racing. It's the mare, the Rich Ritchie owned mare, trained by Willie Mullins, Allegorie De Vassy. I was impressed with this horse last year when I watched it win a couple of times. It won a normal maiden hurdle on New Year's Day of 2022, and then went on second start to win the Grade 3 Solarina Mares Novice Hurdle. Still, though, only running to a figure of 138 over hurdles, beating subsequent Group 1 winner Brandy Love there. It initially came from Auteuil in France, where it was raced a few times there, but it's now over in Ireland with Willie Mullins and Rich Ritchie, and it couldn't really have done anything else on its chase debut than win the Grade 2 Dawn Run Mares Novice Chase by 19 lengths at Grade 2 on the 28th of December last year at Limerick. You know, the first time it sort of stepped up a good trip of 2 miles, 6.5 furlongs. And I think when I show you the race later, I think you will see how much this horse seem to relish the task of fences and a bit further. But as you'd expect with me, I think this is, why you're probably thinking, why have I picked this horse? And I'm going to talk you now through what I think is a fascinating pedigree that this horse has got. It's obviously by a sire, No Risk At All, which is obviously very well bred, half brother to Nickname, and so many good mares from that family. So it's got a strong sire line for jumps racing. And the dam side, I think, is very interesting. When people look at the horse, Allegorie De Vassy, they will see that she is from family 9E, which gives us a little bit to go on, really, to have a look and see what we can find. I mean, people are wondering why this horse is so quick. I don't think they'll be wondering very long. Ortignac is the first dam. Didn't really show any great strides on the track out in France, failing to reach a mark of 120 in the 13 races that the Racing Post have her in running. Wouldn't surprise me if she's running a lot more, but she's only this very small piece of the puzzle. One day we will get on France Gallop properly in one of these videos and really explore it, so people can see just how good that site is for looking at horses. But I'm happy with this at the minute. 117 rated hurdler, and didn't win on 9 flat starts, the dam Ortignac. But when people look at the second dam of the horse, the Cape Cross-sired Racom, I think they will see that things they will see that things get very interesting indeed. Because she is the dam of Lawrence. Lawrence is a 5-time Group 1 winner on the flat over distances ranging to a mile and 1 mile, 2.5 furlongs. Beaten a neck by Bilston Brook in the 1,000 guineas. She then bounced back to win the Group 1 Prix Saint-Hilary, the Group 1 French Oaks, and then she won the Matron Stakes in Ireland, beating Alpha Centauri. She then won the Sun Chariot Stakes, beating Happily. And then there's one more in 2019 when she won the Prix Rothschild at Deauville. 5 Group 1 wins for the filly Lawrence. And to think that Lawrence, a horse like this, is out of the second dam of Allegorie De Vassy over jumps, you think, okay, this might take some catching. Another horse I found was Animoy, who's actually a 140 rated chaser, down as in training with Gary Moore, but hasn't seemed to have ran since 2021. He hasn't got much pattern form. It was third in the 2019 Ballymore Novices Hurdle at Cheltenham, behind Jarvis Plate, again only running to 130. But when it won a novice handicap chase, it did put another 12 on its best rating to take it to 142. But that was only a Class 3 race, so there wasn't much pattern form there. And then we noticed the third dam, Rosanna, as well as foaling Racom, who on the track herself, Racom raced 9 times and won twice, according to this site. None of them at pattern level. The third dam, Rosanna, deemed as winning 4 starts out of 10 and £40,000 in Great Britain and France. And that one actually did secure 2 listed places on the flat in France. She's also a black type producer, as we will see now. Horse including, you will see a horse there, the Hong Kong Derby winner, Helen Mascot. So this is another classic. So the second and the third dams are both bred classic winners. Another 113 there. Ovambo over the jumps. She did though sire a horse called Soliza. And there you will find their highest rated jumps horse we have found so far, the 154 rated jumps horse, ex Charles Burns horse Domination. Again, it took us a while to find the pattern form for this horse. It did take us a while to sniff it out. We found it in the end though. We had to go quite a way back to it. It was actually placed in the KWD, the Grade C KWD Handicap Hurdle. That's Killarney in 2012. And it was also placed in the Connaught Hotel Handicap on the flats, a £35,000 handicap at Galway, where it ran to nearly 100. It also ran in the Cesarevich of 2013. Won a £37,000 Ascot Stakes at Royal Ascot of 2014, when it ran to 105 on the flat, and then was actually listed flat placed in the Isha Stakes, where it ran to 105 behind Havana Beat. So we did find a few bits and bobs where it's placed in a Grade C hurdle, handicap hurdle, and it was placed in a listed flat race as well. It won a couple of races. Where it went to 154, it won a £12,000 non-pattern hurdle, the JP McManus hurdle of 2013, when it ran to its career best of 154. You have to look at the next dam there. The fourth dam was Racia, And you'll see then that it sort of tails off a bit. There's Rosanna, the dual listed placed. And the fourth dam, Racia. And the 3 out of 7 wins in France, as you would see. In front and sent to Australia. But it didn't seem to fold anything. From another horse we did find was Profit Alert, who was out of race here. Another 130 moderate hurdler there. Bachelor Affair. But we did find another stallion with a classic form. He was out of that horse called Shifting Power. It won the listed 2015 Royal Windsor Stakes where it ran 213. But before that, it had actually been placed in a couple of Group 1 races. It was placed in the 2014 Irish 2000 Guineas behind Kingman. It was also placed in the 2014 Prix Jean Prat behind Charm Spirit. And when it was deemed to have run to its highest mark, it was fourth in the 2014 2000 Guineas in the UK behind Night of Thunder when it ran to 117, and it also won the free handicap before that. So a dual listed winner, plenty of classic form, Shifting Power. So another decent flat horse there. Raya Seca had some decent form back in the day. She is another dam. There's your Raya of 3 out of 7. For some reason it didn't want to tell us. Oh no, that was actually the next dam after the Raya. It's actually a full sister, the dam. That took a bit of working out, didn't it? Relassa, the 5th dam, is also the dam of the 114 rated horse, Raya, that was placed in the 1994 Irish Ledger behind Vintage Crop, and it also won the 1993 Royal Whip Stakes when it ran according to the early racing post these days. Its career best figure of 114, and it was also a 1993 listed winner of an Oaks trial at the Curragh. So some very interesting horses. She's the dam of the 141 rated Rayshan, that's right. It was just a bit short, over jumps, but still had a decent career, winning 7 of 21 races. Relassa, you'll see then, fold in the year 0. That's when people know they are struggling, when they get to the racing post and it is saying that the foals are fold in the year 0. So it was then that we had to head to the other site that we used just to have a click on Relassa, just to see what she had done before we headed to the Legacy site, and she had won 1 out of 6 races, but was 3rd in the Group 3 Prix Vanto in the mid-70s. It was then that we know when we ran it through this horse 9E, we found our horses quite quick there. If people go back to the horse Allegorie De Vassy, they'll see Cirilla and Astana. They're the very early, late dams of Allegorie De Vassy. If we go back to the beginning, just to give people a rough indicator of where they are. You've got Relassa is the 5th dam of Allegorie De Vassy, which makes Astana the 7th dam of Allegorie De Vassy. And we found her quite quickly there. Fearless Astana was there, the 7th dam of Allegorie De Vassy, did actually get on this classic watching site. Obviously it would have done because of the Hong Kong Derby winner Helene Mascot that we found quite easily. There's Rosanna, Raya and Relassa. All of our horses found, and then people scroll down a bit and they've gone, hello. There's a Daylami and Delacani. This is a very nicely bred horse, Allegorie De Vassy, for the jumps. If people look at the flat pedigree the horse has got, it's already the highest rated jumps horse. It's beaten the 154 domination that we can find, because Allegorie De Vassy has already ran to 156. So it is already the best jump horse that we have found. People look at Daylami, they will see that Astana The 7th dam of Allegorie De Vassy is also the 5th dam of De Lamy and De Lacani. Yeah, very good horse. No surprise at all that this horse is going well at the moment over jumps. I was impressed with it last year when it won the Novice Hurdle. This is an interesting line, 9E. I'm sure we've looked at it before on a flat video, but there's some interesting horses on it. Let's have a quick scroll through it. There's Zaphonic, and Reams of Verse. So if anyone gets on that Zyzophon line, or Mofida, that leads you to Zamindar and horses like that. Modena is a very good dam. This is not possible. It's not difficult to get on this line in the modern day, really, through that little part there. And then you've got a few others scrolling through it that have done well in the past. You still get on it a bit through that line as well, maybe through the Al Bahathri. You do find the odd dam that is related to Al Bahathri still. But not as many as you would have liked. Half, obviously, was a stallion. You've got Northwood Plume there in Australia, very good horse. You've got Pastorius out in Germany, won the French Derby. This is a pedigree that's done quite well. You've got Laverco and Laveron, another two good German horses there. There's our section, as strong as anything that you've seen on it, really. And you've got Zamarada, Dubawi, High Rise. This is a very good horse. Allegorie De Vassy, very good for the jumps. Virginia Water. Some very nice horses. 2,000 guineas winner there, National Treasure. We've definitely covered this line before on the flat loads of times. Why would you not? But not so much on the jumps. Very interesting. That we see a distant relative of Dubawi running over the jumps. You think, I wonder what that can do. Well, I'm going to show you what it can do now. People will see the Grade 2 Dawn Run Mares Novice Chase. Just sit back and enjoy these first 3 jumps. You've got to remember at this point, this is a horse that had never jumped a fence in public. It's worth remembering that when people watch these first 3 jumps. Enjoy.
2 miles, stepping up the trip today. She'll keep the favourite honest, and if any holes in Allegorie De Vassy, Broomfield Hall is most likely one to capitalise on that.
Just over 2 circuits to race in this Grade 2 feature on day 3 of the Christmas Festival, and the leader is Carrageen Lotus and Keen Quirk, who sets out in front. Leads by a couple of lengths to the favourite Allegorie De Vassy, taking a keen tug in second for Sean O'Keefe. Merry Moves is the one racing wide on the track for Dermot Maloney, and they're followed as they begin to make the first turn by Melina Girl and Broomfield.
Bit of a long run to the first in this race, just give them, I don't know why, it's just giving them a chance to settle out. The jumping's about to start soon, so you probably won't hear much from me through the rest of the race, just so people can watch and learn about this horse.
Middling gallop at this stage, you'd say, with Carrageen Lotus the leader by a length and a half to Allegorie De Vassy in second. Racing in third is Melina Girl on the inside of Broomfield Hall and Merry Moves. So as they approach fence number 1, and Carrageen Lotus and Keen Quirk booted into it, gets a good jump. Allegorie De Vassy jumps up to within a length in second, 3 lengths then to Melina Girl as they come to fence number 2. And Carrageen Lotus and Melina and Allegorie De Vassy, spectacular jump on the outside for Sean O'Keefe.
Even the commentator had to acknowledge that one. That was an incredible lead. Second horse,
a little bit guessy
second fence in public.
That second fence to ditch, and Allegorie De Vassy. The first 3 fences have been an exhibition of jumping, and leads by a length from in second place Carrageen Lotus as they come to number 4, and stood off it again, Allegorie De Vassy. And very definitely a case of so far so good for this one as they make the run to the fence at the top of the hill. Fence number 5, and here's pricked. Allegorie De Vassy again sees a beautiful stride, lands 2 lengths in front for Sean O'Keefe from Carrageen Lotus and Keen Quirk in second. 2 lengths then to Melina Girl, racing third on the inside for Kieran Buckley, ahead of Broomfield Hall and Luke Dempsey, with Merry Moves and Dermot Maloney bringing up the rear of the 5-runner field as they begin to make the descent towards the 2 fences in the straight. And Sean O'Keefe quite happy to let Allegorie De Vassy stride on in front. He might not have too much choice in the matter either, but leads by about half a dozen lengths as they continue the descent. Carrageen Lotus racing in second, And they're a couple in front of Melina Girl, who races third on the inside.
He's sort of insinuating that the horse is 2-3, isn't he? I've seen the flat pedigree of this horse.
Of the 5.
Yeah, it's just quicker than them, isn't it?
Mary Moves. So straightening up towards fences 6 and 7. And Allegorie De Vassy just steadied into it. And again, sees a lovely stride and jumps it big and bold. The lead from Carrigain Lotus. Melina Girl moves up on the inside to dispute second spot as they come to the fence, which will last in a circuit's time. And Allegorie De Vassy put in a little bit of a short one there, but jumped it with some aplomb. Lands 3 lengths in front. Carrigain Lotus and Melina Girl second and third. 2 lengths to Broomfield Hall in 4. And Mary moves the back marker to 5. So as the race past the winning post, complete circuit left to race. And just a mile and a quarter to run in this Grade 2 McMahon Builders Providers Irish European Breeders' Fund Dawn Run Mares Novice Steeplechase. Allegorie De Vassy is the leader by about 3 to 4 lengths. Second place is Carrigain Lotus, has been first or second throughout. Melina Girl is third, Broomfield Hall is in 4, and Mary Moves just dropping a few lengths back, the penultimate back marker, and brings up the rear of the quintet as the pace is beginning to increase. Allegorie De Vassy completes the right-handed swing to bring them to the entrance to the back straight. 7 fences left to jump, and shortly to begin the uphill climb. Allegorie De Vassy, 3 lengths to Carrigain Lotus. Melina Girl, third on the inside. 3 lengths to Broomfield Hall. 4 to 5 lengths to Mary Moves. At the 7 out, Allegorie De Vassy, again, foot perfect at it. Melina Girl, just slight mistake in third as they come to 6 out, regulation. Allegorie De Vassy, again, foot perfect at it. Lands 4 lengths in front of Carrigain Lotus. Melina Girl in third. Broomfield Hall is just dropped about 5 or 6 lengths off the second, off the 2 that are chasing the leader, and very slow at that. Broomfield Hall made a bad mistake and is dropping out. Mary Moves again was not foot perfect either. But Allegorie De Vassy comes to the fence 4 from the finish. Again, very smooth over it. Lands 3 lengths in front of Melina Girl in second. Carrigain Lotus in third. Broomfield Hall is beaten back in 4. And Mary Moves last of the 5. Heading to the fence at the top of the hill. Inside the final 5 furlongs, 3 out, Allegorie De Vassy lands 3 to 4 lengths in front of Melina Girl. Still travels in second, Melina Girl. And its jumping has been pretty good throughout as well. 3 lengths then to Carrigain Lotus in third. And Broomfield Hall continuing back in 4. Mary Moves is continuing last in the 5. On the downhill run to the straight, Allegorie De Vassy is out half a dozen lengths in front of Melina Girl in second. And a gap of a dozen lengths back to Carrigain Lotus in third. As they continue the run towards the straight, and Allegorie De Vassy is out clear. Melina Girl trying to close the gap in second, but within about 5 lengths, in touch with the leader. But you'd think that Allegorie De Vassy possibly has a gear or 2 to call on if it's needed, as they swing into the straight and down to the second last. Allegorie De Vassy and Sean O'Keefe out 4 to 5 lengths in front of Melina Girl, now being asked a more serious question in second. Clear of Carrigain Lotus in third. At the second last, Allegorie De Vassy just climbed at it, and first semblance of a mistake that it has made. A little bit guessy at it, but clear of Melina Girl in second, and down to the final fence. Allegorie De Vassy puts herself a little bit more right at that one. Wasn't clever at it either. Melina Girl made a worse mistake in second. But apart from the last 2 fences, it's been absolutely foot perfect ground from Allegorie De Vassy. Impressive winner of the Grade 2 McMahon Builders Providers Irish EBF Dawn Run Mares Novice Chase for Willie Mullins and Sean O'Keefe. Melina Girl second. Carrigain Lotus is third. And they're going to be the only 3 finishers.
I mean, what more can people say about that? A more impressive chase debut, I think people will go a long way to find. In a Grade 2, first time out. You saw the leap at the first and the second. I mean, this seems to be a horse that enjoys what she does. And she did it very well indeed. And it will be fascinating to see how this horse progresses over the next few years. To me, the sky's the limit for this horse, without any shadow of the doubt. When you look at the pedigree of it, it's got the pace of a 5-time Group 1 winner under the second dam. It's got a stout Aga Khan pedigree. If people want to go back to the 60s and 70s, a bit further back, very nice horse. And I'm looking forward to seeing, like I said, how she progresses. Right, I'm going to wrap this video up now. What I will do at the end of it is I will put up a couple of cards at the end. One allowing new people who are seeing this video for the first time to subscribe if they wish to. I'm not too bothered if they don't, really. I mean, these videos are only here to go up on on our own sites as content. Obviously they will help people. I don't care if you subscribe at all, really. It's up to you what you do in your life. And also there will be a link to the playlist of all the other National Hunt horses that we have looked at on the site so far that started in November. We've got one more definite to bring you that I've already spotted over the Christmas and the New Year, and then we're going to take a look maybe at some flat horses and get through to March with the horses that we've got over the National Hunt, unless something special comes along that warrants our attention that we haven't spotted in the last couple of years. But for now, I'm going to leave you with Allegorie De Vassy, a superb prospect, without any shadow of a doubt, I feel. Thank you very much for watching the video and supporting the videos and the channels as you do. Take care, everybody, and look after yourselves.